Hello everyone, welcome to Madrid United. Yes, poolside, quick view of exactly what is going on. Alpha, Lana, good Pete. Yep, poolside Disneyland. So, this video today pretty much just sums up the pre-season, everything that has happened so far this summer, and basically just an end of summer sort of live stream because I've got a couple more videos to go before the season starts, but this pretty much sums up the summer. I'm actually glad it's over and we can get back to the nitty gritty. Apologies in advance, it's quite busy around here. If you can't hear me or if there's any loud noises, then let's move on with everything that needs to be discussed because obviously everyone has just seen United have just played AC Milan in the last pre-season game of pre-season, 2-2, winning on penalties in the end. And have you seen my tweet earlier on? You understand where I'm at with that game and exactly where I'm at with pre-season in general in terms of actual results. I really don't care. That game today, result-wise, does not bother me one bit. In terms of performance, what the hell are you expecting? I've seen people complain online about how we're playing and how bad our midfield is. Well, you've got Matic in there, you've got Mata in there. Like I said in my tweet, what can we really expect? We already know exactly how poor our team is. These are the same players that let us down last season, that finished last season in terms of quality and performance and point totals in relegation form. So what did we expect? That first half was pretty much apart. Besides Wan-Bissaka, exactly the same team as last season, which is up until yesterday when Harry Maguire was announced, probably a very similar team which was going to start against Chelsea next weekend. So obviously with Harry Maguire going in, which we discussed yesterday, changes things a little bit, but I did want to go on in this video. I was approached the other day and I've been asked a few questions this week regarding United that I wanted to bring up and put to everyone else who's watching, all the other subscribers, and where they feel with it all as well. So I'm going to start with exactly in terms of this last week now. Let's just go over the transfer business first, so and get that out of the way because we have only got 5-6 days left now of the transfer window. So I was asked the other day in terms of the players that are expected to come in. We know Harry Maguire is done now. Sorry, just a change of hand there, aching. Yeah, so we know Harry Maguire is done now. In terms of other players rumoured to be coming in, who've we got? We've got Dybala, looks like one of the main ones, and obviously Fernandes is still on the main topic for everyone, to be honest, in terms of discussion for United at the moment. So I was asked the other day who was more important in my eyes for what United actually need at the moment, Fernandes or Dybala. For me, hands down is Dybala, because I think today with that game against DC Milan that if anything does happen with Pogba, there's still a chance in the window. All the other transfer windows are not shut yet, and obviously a lot can still happen. I'm hearing that obviously Zidane and Real Madrid are still in looking for a new midfielder, and Pogba can still go. And we've seen today what our midfield is without Pogba, especially in that first half when we had a double-decker bus in Matic, and then we had the Skoda in Juan Mata. In terms of speed, it's just non-existent. The game in the Premier League has advanced that much that them players are obsolete now. We do not need them players anymore, and they did not stand out well in that game, even against an Italian team who are notoriously slow in possession. Yeah, they're good on the ball, but they don't play a quick style of football, and still we are actually still being outplayed in midfield and outrun by the likes of a team like AC Milan, who are, let's be honest, at our level in terms of that team that started in the first half. Mid-table, Italian league, we're basically 6th, 7th, 8th best Premier League team in the league. So yeah, I think looking on all the comments over Twitter and everyone else who was watching that game, I think the names that came up mainly were Matic and Mata, which is why I mentioned them more. They're obviously two players that you all know I've said all summer should not be starting a game for United again. So if you want to keep them as squad players, fair enough, but if they're going to be starting in our team next season, then we're going to be no better than what we was last season. It's simple as that. Proved it again today in the meaningless friendly. Yeah, you could say everyone was probably trying to prove a point and everyone was up for it. The last pre-season game, and the last chance to really step up and claim a spot in that squad going into the Premier League next season. People will go on again about Jesse Lingard scoring a goal. Doesn't matter to me. You can't score a goal against AC Milan in a pointless, no pressure game like AC Milan, then you shouldn't even be in the Premier League full stop. But they're the three players there that come up more, because with us signing Maguire the other day, I'm pretty confident that we can count the likes of Smalling, Jones and Young out of the starting lineups now, as we discussed the other day, because Maguire coming in kills that off. Obviously Wan-Bissaka takes Ashley Young out of the equation, so we don't need to worry about them anymore. If they do start next season, then like I said yesterday, then Ollie is fully to blame for anything that comes to that. But yeah, the midfield now is the major issue, and that's why I would always say Fernandes over Dybala if I had to choose. Ideally I want both, because we get that extra option up front in quality with Dybala. Well, losing Lukaku is absolutely useless to us at the moment. So for me, definitely Fernandes. I don't know what you guys all think. I'm pretty certain a lot of people would be more down the midfield road, especially after watching that game today. So yeah, for me, definitely Fernandes. And in terms of other rumours that are going on, it's Mandzukic, well, keeps coming up. I mentioned him briefly yesterday, but Mandzukic for United, if he came with Dybala, yeah, as an out-and-out replacement and cash for Lukaku, I really don't want Mandzukic. I mean, I'd take him as an extra bonus, but if Dybala wasn't coming, then I think we just cut all ties with Juventus and just sell Lukaku outright. Hopefully there is someone else out there that we can actually buy. And again, time is running out. Can't go on too much about complaining about United leaving everything till the last minute. We've touched on that enough already this summer. We already know where we are and where we're at, which is 5 days to go, and we're looking at it. I'm looking at it now as in, what can we do in this last week? What can I expect, and what are my best hopes for this in this last week now in terms of transfers? That's pretty much it. I can't see any more coming off. There's no other names mentioned apart from, like I said, Fernandes, Dybala and Mandzukic. I mean, we covered two major problems already in centre-back and right-back in the signings of Maguire and Bissaka. I noticed Ollie Solskjaer in an interview saying that he's expecting to announce the Maguire deal pretty soon. I know he's in for his medical already, so that's all good news going forward. But is there anyone else out there right now that could come into United at this latest hour? I don't know. Is there anything under the radar that we don't know about? I'm not too sure, because we would have known about it with it being United. We've known about everything that's going on this summer in terms of possibles with United, but we will see. We might get surprised at that, but at best I think it would be Fernandes and Dybala, and I think everyone would be happy if them came in. So that pretty much sums up the transfers really. We've seen what we need after the game today. I'm not going to go into detail on the game either, because it's exactly as I expected it to be going forward, and I mean, people are moaning, people come to me saying with this and that, this player needs this, with all the getting a full pre-season training and everything's going to be different. Yeah, we did play a high press today, but if you can't do anything with the ball, what's the point in having a high press? We've seen exactly what we was like today. I mean, Milan looked better on the ball to me. Yeah, it did look okay on the ball, but again, it's pre-season. Milan are behind in their preparations in terms of pre-season. We're ahead of them, and they looked a match for us today. Good to see David De Gea saving a penalty, and in terms of the actual game itself, and that's pretty much it. I'm not really bothered until next weekend starts. I'm not going to go into detail. I know what's coming if certain players play. That was proven today again. And just before I go on to my next segment, which I'm going to go on about, I'm just going to go through a few of you guys' comments who've come on. Again, I know it's a bit later tonight, so obviously you guys might be out on Saturday night, might be in the pubs or wherever. I know there's a few of the boys down at Cardiff who've been to the game as well, so I'm not expecting too many people to come on today, but everyone who has, let's just have a quick look at what everyone is saying. Devil's Aces, our midfielders are a disgrace without Pogba. Yeah, pretty much. It sounds good. Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks for that. Yeah, Phil Burton Wood. How are you doing, mate? I'm sure you've had a few scoops tonight, mate, haven't you? Watching the game. We have no creativity without Pogba. We are lost playing as they. Yeah, two straight away. Said pretty much exactly the same thing. We will still be crap if we don't buy and sort out our midfield. Yep, your mum. Don't know if that is your mum, but no, it's a great YouTube name. On. I'll be in a Jetta. We need Fernandes and Pogba, or we are doomed. Yeah, depending on what our expectations are, definitely. If we want top 4, them two would definitely go a long way in terms of a midfield and a defence that we've got now supporting us there. Rafe 616. We've got a real problem with retaining possession and giving the ball away on top of all the other issues we've got. We do. Ball retention is poor. I think someone put a stat up on Twitter about United's ball retention in pre-season so far, and pre-season you're expected to keep the ball a lot more, especially with the warmer destinations, and obviously you're supposed to use the ball a bit more. You'd expect it a bit more. I think it barely took 90% in terms of pass accuracy. I know you could probably say that chopping and changing certain amounts of players and number of players through a pre-season game would obviously have an effect on that, but yeah, it did stand out in terms of what we actually were getting. Let's see what else we got in here. So, finger out the way. We need midfielders. Nicolas Sakas. Yep. Agreeing. Everyone is pretty much on the same page. Duel Evans. What the hell is happening with Fernandes? If we're not careful, we're going to miss out. Get it done quick. It should have been done ages ago, mate. Let's be honest. I heard in some of the foreign papers today over where I am that Real Madrid are looking into Fernandes as now. If that is the case, I think, and Real Madrid are serious about him, then we could kiss that deal goodbye completely as soon as they come in. I know that Pogba probably stays, but to be honest, with the amount of money Real Madrid have spent now, we should have really took advantage of this deal. And if Ollie's convinced that we don't need no midfielder, or even in fact if Longstaff is the answer over Fernandes, then that's another issue for us, to be honest. Let's see. Rafe 161 again. Got to disagree with you there, Adam. Bruno Fernandes is way more important than Dybala. That's what I said, mate. I said Fernandes over Dybala, mate. I don't know if you misunderstood me, but yeah. Midfield is obviously an essential. Forward players, we've got pretty much decent setup there, and obviously can work with what we've got for this season, I think, for sure. But in terms of midfielders, we are lacking badly. So yeah, agreed, mate. That's what I said. Fernandes over Dybala, definitely. Let's see, Tommy Lim. Bruno might not be happening as Real Madrid are in now. Yeah, just said pretty much that. I know agent fees and issues with that transfer. I don't know what's going on with it. I'd have thought Fernandes would have been done and dusted if we really wanted him, to be honest, by now. That's my fear. Woodward needs to work quicker and get the midfielder in. Nicolas Sakas, he definitely does, mate. Thanks for your hard work with the channel. Still room for improvement. Definitely need more creativity in midfield, off the park. Yeah, Deji Kia. Sorry, mate, if I say your name wrong. You know what I'm like with names. Yeah, cheers, mate, for that. And yeah, there is definitely room for improvement. Maguire makes a massive difference. I think it's a step in the right direction. Can we expect them all to be done in one window? Honestly, though, answer me this though. If everyone was offered Bissaka, James and Maguire at the start of this window, and we did manage to get a couple of the headaches or Deadwood out of the window, would it be such a bad window? Don't know. I wanted more, but 3 is sort of around our max at the moment for getting players in. It looks like there could possibly be 4 or 5 in this window, but in terms of what we've got now, it's not the end of the world if we're looking at it in a long-term way. But if it is long-term, if it was long-term, I'd accept what this summer has been, because next summer I'd expect the likes of Phil Jones, Rojo and Smalling to be definitely out the window, and then maybe Axel would come in and another centre-back was brought in. I don't know, it's if Ollie's actually going to still be here next summer. That's the question I think we're all got to be asking, because it's alright having a transfer plan, a strategy and a plan going forward, but if you're going to keep changing the managers, then the plan surely changes with it, so it's pointless. Worst run 3 clubs in the league: Newcastle, Man United and Arsenal. Crap owners. Tommy Lim. I can't disagree with that, mate. I think I've brought that one up before. I think that spot. Still don't know how Arsenal managed to get that Pepe deal over the line. 72 million for Arsenal. don't know how they've done that, but I mean, look at Arsenal. How they've not addressed their defensive issues is beyond me, and it just doesn't look like a well-run club at all, considering the facilities that you got. You're definitely right there, mate. Good enough for top 6, Tommy. Yeah, Tommy. Phil, Mike Horn, Matic, Mata, Lingard, Sanchez, Young, Jones, Rojo are dead out here. Promote youth and sign 2 midfielders. Well, I pretty much agree with that, mate. I think that pretty much sums up where I would be with what we need to do right now. Games are won and lost in that midfield, Phil. Yeah, we definitely are, mate. Mata needs to go instead of getting a new contract. He's just going to hamper Gomez's progress. Yeah, that's the problem we've got. I mean, I want the youth to have a chance, but if the deadwood's still there, even if we sign these good players in, that we are doing, we all want to see the youth get a chance. I'd rather see the youth taking the other opportunities and places when our first team's not playing, rather than the deadwood who've let us down constantly. Yeah, apologies, mate. Rafe616. Yeah, don't worry about it, mate. Deal with Newcastle for Longstaff by giving us Zabe on loan. You could see that in the works, to be honest. Every single deal doesn't seem to be straightforward with United at the moment, and obviously Newcastle are interested in Axel, and would use that in all his favour and trying to get Longstaff over the line. Don't know. It's possible, but I don't want it to happen, to be honest. I want Fernandes. Some people actually say Fernandes is still actually a done deal and it's definitely going to happen, but I honestly can't see it, to be honest. But we will. I see it in the next 5 days, obviously. Season. Okay, Deji had just pretty much come out of a comment there on perfectly setting me up with where I wanted to go next. I was approached by someone the other day, and Deji says, where, in your opinion, will we finish next season? So I was approached by another channel the other day. I did a little bit of work for, well, it wasn't actually a channel, it was just someone asking me to do a little bit of a video for social media in terms of what my expectations are and what are my predictions for next season. So I'm just going to go through everything in this sort of order, and then obviously you guys comment if you're watching this video later when it's up on YouTube below, and let me know what you think. I'll try and bring up as many messages as possible with your predictions as well. But starting off, so in terms of United next season, with what we have right now, obviously this could change dramatically in the next 5 days, and I've actually said on my other video for the other guys that if United manage to get the players in like Maguire, Fernandes and Dybala, I would expect United to be finishing someone comment about the people behind me. Sorry mate, I'm in a row of you can see that's pretty much where I'm at, as nice as it is. So I can't really move because I'm trying to stay in the shade. So that was Scott 8 commenting on that, people around me. United's end position next season, fully expect with them players all through the door, then United would be, for me, I would expect United to finish third. To say that's crazy, but with that calibre of player in the team, I don't see any excuse. And Scott, shut up, mate. That if United did get the likes of Dybala and Fernandes over the line, now obviously we've got Maguire in, and that was our sort of lineup for next season, I would definitely expect United to be finishing around about third next season. I mean, what with that calibre of play, you would have to obviously only blame Ollie if we do get them players through the door, because it is down to him in terms of getting the best out of these players now. If them players do come in, we've said it before, he has been backed and he can't really complain. Yeah, we would have liked to have got deals done before and actually got them integrated into the squad, but this is where we're at now, and I was only asked this question the other day. So for me, I think United will finish third if them players come through. If we got just Maguire, and as of today, I would expect Maguire does make a massive difference, and it all depends on Pogba. So I'm classing Pogba as being in that team. I expect United to make the top four, because I mean 4 killer players for us last season for me, and I mean killer players who should be nowhere near the United team at all, were Matic, Young, Smalling and Jones, and there's no excuse for them to be playing next season, especially after watching today. and with Bissaka and Maguire in, the back line is so much different and makes a massive difference because we conceded so many goals last season. It was unbelievable. So for me, I think, definitely third for United. If we get the other players in, 100% top four as we are now, I don't think there'll be any excuse at all. I heard Dybala's holding out on his contract about the 25% pay cut if we don't make the top four. It's obviously very interesting for United, and that is one of the things which is holding up the deal, I'm hearing. So yeah, top four is a must this season for United and a must for the Glazers, to be honest. And then going ahead past that, I was asked who do I think would win the league. Now obviously none of us want to talk about this because obviously it's going to come down to Liverpool and City again. I can't see anyone else getting close to them. I've gone with City because I think they've improved more this season than what Liverpool have, and I don't see Liverpool getting any stronger at all, to be honest. They haven't got any players in. It doesn't look like they are going to bring any more players in. I think they basically hit their max last summer in terms of transfer budget, and it's obviously showing with them not spending any more. They haven't looked great this pre-season. I know it is only pre-season, but in terms of the way City and Liverpool went at it last year, you need to get off to a fast start, and only losing one game and still not winning the league last season shows the standard where you have to be. And for them to actually take City next season, I can't see it personally. I really can't, because City look like they're actually strengthening and have got stronger. So that moves me on to the next question, which is who I think will finish in the top four. So obviously that is my prediction of City, Liverpool, United. I think it'll be Spurs who come in next in the top four, because Chelsea, no Hazard, transfer embargo, I don't see them doing anything this season, even with Lampard there and the whole love affair with ex-player coming back and that. We all know what that's like with Volley, and it doesn't last in terms of form. I do expect them to get an alright start, but I think they will drift completely by the end of the season. I don't think they'll be anywhere near the top four. Arsenal are Arsenal. Yeah, they've signed Pepe, they look great going forward, but as a defensive unit they still look shocking, and they've not addressed that at all this summer. I know they're trying to get Tierney, but centre-backs are atrocious, and I can't see them getting anywhere near it again this season, as nice a football as they do play, which they do. A few people have commented on there, we won't finish above Tottenham, Devil's Aces. No, maybe not, mate, but to be honest, Tottenham, one player in this summer, I think, in Ndombele. Are they any better? I mean, they could lose Eriksen, yeah. I mean, I'm just looking at it thinking, with the players that we are going to get in, I think United should have enough to take Tottenham. I know it is up for debate and everyone's got their own opinion, but it is one that's probably going to divide a few people, to be honest. Next was, who do I think is going down? This one's an interesting one. My three to go down were Sheffield United, Brighton and Newcastle this season, because Newcastle, Steve Bruce is not a good manager for the Premier League. He's proved it. I don't think he is the fit that Newcastle need right now. They've lost Perez already. I know they've just broken their transfer record, but in terms of spending money, I don't think Ashley's going to spend any more. I think he's just giving him the bare essentials, along with the likes of the transfer money from Perez. I think Brighton have died with death the last two seasons. Yeah, they've got a new manager. I don't think they'll get any better than what he was last season. They could lose Monk, obviously, to Leicester now that we're getting Maguire. Like I said, domino effect of transfers could affect them so late in the window, bad preparations, but they were lucky last year. The football they play is atrocious, and they've lost a couple of their players this summer as well, so I don't see Brighton getting or staying in the Premier League next season either. So Newcastle, Brighton and Sheffield United, I just don't think they will have enough this season. You could get like the Huddersfield effect, like they managed to stay one season. It all depends on the start they get. Start is key for the relegation battling teams, because you can get 4 or 5 wins in that first half of the season. It pretty much sets you up with a good base for battling it out for the rest of the season. We've seen that plenty of times before, so I think if they do get a good start, they've got half a chance. I know there are other teams that could well be in that. It's just the way I see it now, and obviously management changes through the season, obviously getting a mid-season boost with new management, then it all changes, I know, but right now I'd have thought them three were definites to go down. Then I was asked surprise package in terms of the league this season, I was going to go with Wolves. I think they would probably be the ones who broke the top 6 mould, along with possibly Leicester. Leicester losing Maguire is a bit of a bummer for them, but they still look good. But I do think that Wolves are the ones that are going to break the mould in terms of the top 6 this season, because they've bought well, they have ambitious owners, and I do think that they will be the ones who are a bit more ambitious with the way they play football and go for it more rather than playing safe like a lot of other mid-table teams just outside the top 6 actually are, the likes of Everton, West Ham talking about there, although Everton look like they are buying well as well this season. But from what I've seen of Wolves last season and how they've actually been, and the way they work in the transfer window again, I do think that United, if we don't buy the right players, and I said this before the Maguire deal, obviously it changes things now that United could be the ones that fell out of that top 6 for one of these teams if we didn't act. Obviously things have changed now, we've got Maguire in, but still doesn't guarantee us being great this season. I'm putting a lot on us actually making the top 4. It's a big ask, I think, for next season. So even with just Maguire and Bazaka, I just hope that he does play some of the kids next season and brings them through, because they will make a difference to this United team in terms of the way we move forward. That was pretty much my season predictions for next year, and I think it's pretty much bang on, to be honest. It's realistic, I think. A few people have agreed, a few people have disagreed, a few other conversations going on with a few people. I'm not going to get into your conversations between each other, but yeah, very interesting. A few people bringing up the captaincy issue at United with Young being captained. Has it just been announced that Young is captain now? God's sake, really? Ashley Young is captain for next season. That's an absolute piss take, to be honest. Pardon the French. But it's Ashley Young as club captain. It's a joke. It's one of our worst players last season. It doesn't matter how good you are at United, it seems now. As long as you've been there for a certain amount of years, you get all these loyalties and bonuses and extras. I mean, who is going to look up to that guy as a captain? I mean, it's no wonder Pogba wants out of the club. If you're looking at him as setting the standard as a captain, look at the United captains of old. Look at Vidic, Robson, Keane, Cantona, Schmeichel, Beckham, Rooney. These guys, you could look up to them guys and say, yeah, definitely, I can try and set my standards to that level, because they are different. They're a standard setting player, because they were all quality, they all had leadership skills, and now look at us. Yeah, it's all good signing these certain players that we are signing now, but the fact that he just come out and spoiled the weekend by announcing Ashley Young as captain says it all. It's just stupid. I don't understand where his thinking is with that. All I can think of is he thinks that he's one of the players that's been there for the longest. So what? David De Gea's been there just as long, and he's actually a player who other players would look up to. If you're a young player coming through United now and you're looking at Ashley Young as the benchmark, the captain of this club, then what are our standards? What are the standards you're expected to keep? It's obviously lower than what we should be. Because if they're looking at Ashley Young as our captain and that's the standard you have to be a Man United captain, then that's mid-table. To be honest, it's a joke. An absolute joke. Let's just see what some other people have said. We have 7 centre-backs at the club when Harry comes in. There was aces. Like I said, I think I said this in the other video the other day, I think we should see an exodus of players now, because we can't have 7 centre-backs, especially not at that standard. It's got to be, we've got to start seeing some outs. And obviously people are moaning about Ashley Young being announced as captain. Then yeah, I do. I think if Ashley Young is captain this season, I'm hoping that it's his hurrah season basically, and this is his last one, because there's nothing. Where is the long-term plan as Ashley Young as captain? There is none. He's probably one of the eldest players in the squad now, and the only reason he's got that's just stupid management by Ollie, to be honest. Yeah. One step forward and two back. Let's just see what everyone else is saying. If there was a refusal to be beaten and a mentality to achieve what they set out to do, there's no one there that has that mentality. Rafe 616. Point, mate. Good point indeed. Like, where is the mentality? Where is the mentality of the whole squad and the club, to be honest? He won't get minutes over Aaron Wan-Bissaka, sure. Yeah, no, that's right. So what's the point in him being captain? If he's announcing him as captain now, is he going to play him ahead of Aaron Wan-Bissaka? That can't be right. It just doesn't make any sense at all. What's the point in making him the captain when he's not going to play? If he tries to find the space for him in the team anywhere, then he's an absolute joke. And all he deserves everything he's going to get, because Ashley Young will let us down. Simple as. And like I said, if Ashley Young is getting in ahead of other players after the way he has played, then what standard does that set to all the other to all the other players? Young not starting though, which is a bonus. I've come to terms he's going to end up with a testimonial. Don't, Scott, mate, it's horrible to say that. I remember nearly throwing up in my mouth when I was talking about Phil Jones and Chris Smalling getting testimonials. Ashley Young as well. It's a disgrace. They shouldn't even put him on the wall. Think of the players that are on that Man United plaque on the wall who've done the 10 years and got testimonial status. Think of them players, and then you've got the likes of Ashley Young, Smalling and Jones who possibly line up next to them. That pretty much testimonial wall on United's plaque on that wall shows the exact decline of where we actually are as a club, if that's the standards. Look at Ray, look at Scholes, Carrick, Rooney, you know what I mean, Giggs, these players, and then you start looking Jones, Smalling, Young. Oh God, the only good thing to come out of the current crop of players and turn to testimonial is that David De Gea isn't far away from one himself. He's probably the only one who deserves to be on that wall at the moment. It's shocking, yeah, pretty much. What happened with Fred today? If Fred the Red got injured, I would like Young in his suit. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he could do a job catching bird shit and all that on the side of the pitch, couldn't he? Next we will play Young on the wings. Yeah, that happens and I think we all give up. I give up. If Ashley Young plays anywhere up in that top line with his distribution, it's absolutely shocking and appalling. So, yeah, I'm getting a bit warm here now, guys. I think I'm going to wrap up the video there. So, it is all going to be a bit of change from now on. Obviously, I'm going to be looking ahead to the new season now. It's all going to be pretty much deadline day build-up, transfers, possibles. Who is your team to start the first game against Chelsea? All that is coming up. I've got a few more days left here, just under a week left in California. So everything is going to be built up then. And believe it or not, while I'm on the plane, it is deadline day. So I'm going to miss any last-minute action probably, unless... No, 8 hours behind. I might just get it before I get on the plane. It should be interesting just before I get on the plane. Any banging headlines come in. Hopefully BA don't actually go ahead with these strikes and I can get home in time for the game at weekend. I'm due to get back on Friday. So jet lag in tow, everything like that should just be about right for that Chelsea game at weekend. And yep, I am going to go and have a few scoops, Rafe. Definitely, mate. The bar, I'll just show you guys the bar actually. Can you see it? Just on top of the hill there. How nice does that look? That's where I'm going right now. It is baking, it's about 92 degrees right now. I'm going to walk through the pool straight to that bar and get myself a drink and toast Ashley Young being captain of Man United. Yeah, whatever. Right guys, I'm going to wrap up the video there. Don't forget, like, share and subscribe to the channel if you are watching for the first time. Any last words from Alfie? Yeah, that is a no. No last words from Alfie. I'm going to go to the bar. He's in the pool with the wife and my other daughter. So, yep, time to go and enjoy this Sunday afternoon, Saturday afternoon even, Jesus. Yep, I was just about to say I'm doing the live today because I don't think I'll get a chance tomorrow because I'm in the heart of Disneyland tomorrow doing the whole family thing. So I will catch you guys probably around about Monday, Tuesday, just with updates on what is going on. That's it. Football's finished. The pantomime football is finished. It is time to get down to the nitty gritty. Hopefully we get the rest of these signings done before Thursday and we can go into the weekend hopefully with a little bit more confidence. Today hasn't given much hope. Good bright sparks in terms of some of the forward play and some of the kids, but same old worries are still there, and they're going to stay there as long as Ollie keeps making these decisions like putting Ashley Young as captain. I'll catch you guys soon. Hopefully have a good rest of the weekend. Enjoy yourselves. I will, I know, and I will see you all on Tuesday, Wednesday-ish, unless something big breaks. See you then.